Hi and welcome to the channel where we are storytelling and roleplaying in Crusader Kings 3. Storytelling means that I am building a story with written parts where I add depth and flavor to the events, to my character and the characters around him. Roleplaying means that I am not playing the game in an optimal way to do as best as I can. I'm still trying to make decisions that will benefit our realm and our house, our family, but I am basing my decisions on my character's traits and his personality. Right now we are in a war. We are trying to conquer the Kingdom of England because there's this clash of ideas here in England where the Norse Askell is clashing against the monotheistic Christians. We have recently reformed our own faith, so this is kind of the team we're working on now. And this war, we are winning it, but it's even. Somewhere up here they have something about 10,000 men, holy orders and such, so they have a strong army here. We recently defeated them in the Battle of Salisbury, and we have conquered, we have sieged down some stuff here and captured his heir, but they won. They crushed a smaller army that I sent to his ally France to try to snatch their capital in the previous episode. But let's get this war rolling here. My ally Söderloyal is here helping as well. And they are marching. They are trying to meet up with their ally from Bavaria. And this could be a threat to us. I really don't like this supply mechanic, or rather I understand why the supply mechanic is in the game, but I don't enjoy having to min-max to try to avoid losing supplies. It looks like they are splitting up again. Might be an opportunity for us to try and see if we can try to catch them there and hope that our ally will follow, because they haven't yet met up with those Bavarians. Yes, we are catching them and we are winning. Our ally is coming as well. And I think their reinforcement will be too late. Yes, this is a good win for us here. Battle of Chichester. Yes. Good call. Here's some betrothed I can marry. It is my cousin, Princess Skuld of Aquitaine. She came to us a refugee when her father lost the Kingdom of Aquitaine. She can now marry this enormous Khuzarite Bulgar man. He is of a Jewish faith, so I at some point called him the Bear Jew. If you've seen this movie, Inglourious Bastards, you know why I'm calling him the Bear Jew. He's a giant. Let's have this giant man marrying my cousin. Could be good for her to have a giant by her side. If we can give her back the crown of Aquitaine at some point. Oh, I got a daughter, Ingerd. She's quick. May you grow strong and wise. I think I will. My daughter Gyda is sieging here with the onagers, and I think I will keep my other armies at the ready because they still have a strong force here, and if I'm not careful they could consolidate and try to pick us apart if we split our forces up too much. He goes all in here to try to secure more alliances. Now he allied this Duke of Anjou, whom he might call to help him as well in this conflict. But I think that it is too late for him, that we are gonna win this war, but we should still be careful. And here they are coming with some forces, maybe to try to engage my ally sieging here. Yes, so we should reinforce this battle. Some distant relative, a cousin who's holding land in Aquitaine, was imprisoned. These are the remnants of our house's holding down here. At some point we also held Montpellier, and we still do. Scapheading, he is holding on to this, and he is reasonably strong. He is still of our house. I remember when the game was released, when I played it first, people were very keen on creating branches, their own houses, like spin-off houses. I don't remember what it's called, but they would still be a part of our greater house, but they would create their own sub-house. They did this all the time. As soon as they had some lands, they did this. But in this version of the game, they seem more reluctant to create this because it would definitely be something that he could consider here, creating his own branch of our house with his own emblem and maybe his own house name and stuff. But they must have, and I agree that when the game first was released, that the AI did this far too much, but now they don't seem to do it at all. So maybe they could try to rebalance it so that it would be, yeah, it's an even war here, it's an even battle, but we are winning again. That is good. Yeah, they have a really strong army, so we really need to be careful. My daughter-in-law, Bodil, has given, she is of House Ivaling, and she is married to my son Ketil, and they have this daughter Iliana. May you grow strong and wise. We only need a little bit more war score here. Maybe one more siege will be enough, but we will have to be careful because they have strong forces about here in England, and more allies are coming to join them. Oh, here they are doing battle again. We better reinforce this. It looks like we're winning again. Battle of Abingdon. Maybe this will be enough to win the war. Yes, because Jarl Sörkfil here, my ally, captured this king of England. So now we have the war score needed to end this war. That is good. It was in the previous episode I made a mistake sending, I think, 4,000 levies here to try and snatch Paris, and they were obliterated when this strong army that's now up in England caught them down there. I knew that they were coming, but I took a chance that we might have time to win the siege before they arrived. So that was a mistake, but apart from that, this war went well. We can now conquer the whole Kingdom of England. And was an even, I mean, we have the numbers now, but at some point the numbers were even, but we still had, our position was better because they came from Bavaria and France and all over the place. So it was really never question whether we should win. It was just, apart from this mistake down here, I think it went as good as it can be expected to. We won every battle here and we sieged down some holdings, so let's enforce our demands here. I will get a lot of land from this, and it should be interesting to see what we can do with these lands. The war lasted for 2 years, and it is a victory, and I get this event, a united kingdom. Recent affairs have left King Önundr, this is he, of House Hvitserk, as the sole serious contender to the English throne, though not all yet willingly bow to the exultant monarch. It can at least be said that England is in spirit whole again. So this is some event probably from the Northern Lords flavor pack. It was the first flavor pack for CK3, I think, and it has to do with it is an event mostly connected to the Norse invading up here. They can form the Danelaw, and then there can be England can be formed, and it seems like the shore partition between England and the Danelaw is ended. All the shore parts of the Danelaw are drifted into England. Kingdom of Danelaw is destroyed. King Önundr got the Kingdom of England. Alright, so he previously had the Danelaw, but now he is the king, considered the king of England, and the kingdom of the Danelaw is destroyed. Alright, this happened because we conquered England, I believe. It's a bit strange, but that's how it is. So now all this is considered the shore England, and he is here. He is considered the king of all this. He has got 173 men, so I don't see him coming knocking down here anytime soon to try and take the shore kingdom. But you never know. We will have some stand down armies down here, and we will now have some realm management to do here, right? Like I said in the previous episode, Swedish Vikings traditionally went east, whereas it was the Danes and the Norwegians who conquered here. And by this time you can almost say that we have united the Norse parts of Scandinavia, so we are as much Danes and Norwegians as Swedish, and also we didn't traditionally Sweden starts here, but we started as the Jarl of Västergötland, and this is facing westward, more in line with Denmark and Norway, so you sail out here and up to the North Sea. So it has been, for most parts, a more natural way for us to conquer westward, and that's what we have been doing here now. So we got some new vassals here, who they all hate us because we have subjugated them, of course. And this would be the old King of England, I think. He's now our vassal and he hates us. And here's another one of this house, Wessex. So they are bowing to us now. Right, and we have conquered all these lands here. I was considering, because I could reform our tribal ways to feudal by now, and I will do that at some point. But I think that we should see to it that we have a lot of gold before we do that, because I seem to remember that long term it is better to be feudal, but when you reform you get problems with economy and your levies and all this stuff. So we could move to England if we wanted to, but I kind of want to keep our ancestral home here, so I will have to give some holdings away. And who should I give this to? Yeah, I was also gonna, because I think Sweden and Denmark has the Scandinavian elective succession law, but I really should see to it that Norway also gets this, because it's a better succession law than partition, or Scandinavian elective is better for Norway as well. Yeah, let's add that, and let's vote for my player heir and son as King of Norway as well. And let's see if this Alfred here has copulated. I liked this word. It's a funny word, isn't it? Copulated. What are you doing over there? Oh, we're just copulating. I think it's funny. Chieftain Alfred has copulated with my vassal, Chieftain Arngrimmel. So this is, before we reformed the religion, this would have been cause to arrest these people, but now we will only say that Odin will judge these sinners, because this behavior is shunned but not illegal. So he is having an affair, because he is a chief of our house in Norway. He's married to Yngling woman, and he's having an affair with this Bebenberg. House Bebenberg is surviving. That was a house and they are related to us, because this man here, he was given the chiefdom of Stettin, and he was brought up by Askell Bebenberg as his son. His real father is my grandfather, because he had an affair with Unnur here. But by now I don't think anyone knows or remembers that House Bebbanburg is related to House Korp in this way. But anyway, Odin will judge these sinners. Did this that I changed my primary heir. Starkadr will inherit Sweden, Denmark and Norway because we have the Scandinavian succession there. Ileana, my firstborn, will inherit Kingdom of Frisia and Chiefdom of Frisia. That is good, she can have this. I need to give 4 holdings away. I could give her Frisia right away. She is pregnant, so that's good, she will have an heir. Gyda here, she is heir to the Chiefdom of Kent and the temple there. So if I give this to her, I think that then the game will recognize that she has been given what she is due in the inheritance here. Yeah, that's good. And she deserves this because she was an important commander in this war. She is also pregnant, which is good, means she will have an heir of our house. Oh, she is married, then maybe this was a mistake then. Or maybe she can help because she's married to this man who has all those claims to Bohemia and such. They are cousins, I believe. Alright, but that is Gyda's inheritance taken care of. And here's Ketil. He is the heir to White here. So let's give him that now, and then the game will consider that he has been given what he's owed. That is good. And here's Emundur. He is also heir to holdings in England. But I was considering giving him because his mother has claims on Finland here, and in the story she is convincing the king that he should give her children lands here. So that's more fitting for the story. So maybe I should make I am now 2 holdings above the main limit. So let's give Gyda, she deserves some more land here, and she can have Sussex as well. So I can hold on to all of this myself. That is a lot of lands to hold on to. Suppose that's good. I'm still 1 holding above the main limit. Means I could give Frisia here. Maybe I should give Frisia to Ileana then. Yeah, let's if she's gonna inherit Kingdom of Frisia, maybe she should start to develop her holding here. She will also inherit earldoms over here. Hopefully my character lives a while longer and a lot of things can happen. But it now looks like I have sorted this so that I am now not above the main limit anymore. Can I do something with my councillors? Maybe I should see about increasing control here in my new holdings. That's probably a good idea. It will take a long time to increase control here. And then there's this holy site here. It's in Alba. Yeah, maybe I should, while we're here, maybe I should see about the Duchy of York here, while the Christians in England are smashed down, because Alba now, they are having peasant revolt. They are defending against the High Chieftain, well, it's up here, and they are involved in the Allies war down here, and they don't really have strong alliances. So maybe we could conquer this, because it would be good to secure a holy site here. It will give us prowess and knight effectiveness. That's something that is definitely worth taking, and for storytelling parts it is important. For storytelling it is important for our people to control this holy site here, the Temple of Jorvik. So I have this Wessex boy here. He is not worth any money. So maybe I should keep him in my prison, since his family is not willing to pay for him. It can be good to have a Wessex hostage, and if nothing else we can sacrifice him in our next bloot. Let's see, yeah, we can also hold court, and maybe we should do this now. We have conquered some more lands, and we have reformed our faith and everything, so it's fitting that we shall hold court here. Here petition us. Gesture for the first in line to approach. Itzho dancing. A peasant man from the city of Itzho I don't know how this is pronounced. Where is it located? It's probably in Holland. I guess this is Holland. It's a whore. It's ho. I would say it's ho. It's it's. Now I'm starting to sound like techno music. It's ho. Anyway, a peasant man from the city of Itzo is brought before me, and no matter what the gods do, he will not stop dancing, trailing blood from mangled feet. So his dancing his feet bloody. I cannot cease, my lord. None of us can. Not until we collapse. Please help us. My courtier Toran is certain that the citizens are afflicted by an excess of blood causing an imbalance in the humus. My son and heir Starkadr, on the other hand, insists that it is a curse sent by Odin to punish the peasants. So I can lose some stress by saying dancing sounds delightful. Next. This city chiefdom of Dithmarschen. Alright, so this city is probably in Dithmarsch, and then it's in Germany, just south of Denmark. We'll have a dancing plague there. I don't think I have any stress though, but it's a fun. I like this answer because it's a fun answer. Dancing sounds delightful. Next. I can pray for them, but this wouldn't be fitting because I am cynical. Or I can say, bring out the leeches, we have humus to balance. This will give the populace of Dithmarsch a higher opinion of me and some learning lifestyle experience. Or I can say, we can only fight dancing with more dancing. I can send my court physician there to help them dance better. Which will increase popular opinion, but give other options. So the best choice is obviously this, bring out the leeches. Because I will get learning lifestyle experience from this. But this one is fun. Still, I'm cynical man, so I would probably go for this. And I was an astute intellectual, so I would probably listen to my court physician and do it in these times scientific way. Bring out the leeches. We have humus to balance. Yeah. Addressing the corruption. My vassal, Prince Cedric. This is he. He is one of the newly conquered vassals in England. Prince Cedric appeared to be deep in thought before stepping forward to voice his petition. My liege, I seek your aid in combating the issue of thieving, stealing from Surrey and its people. He pauses to sigh. I cannot fix the problem with the resources I have. I ask for any aid that you can spare. I can give him gold. I can let my steward advise him, which will not be good for my steward because she will be overworked. I can say, you're at fault for being so incompetent, sort this mess out yourself. Or I can appoint this courtier as his steward. I don't really get it. I can appoint this courtier Magnus here as my vassal's steward. Prince Cedric will gain opinion on me for this, and he will fire someone from his council and appoint Magnus as his steward. Someone grows closer to forming a rivalry with me and lose 30 opinion on me. Is this courtier here who does this? I think it will be that this courtier will go and become his steward. It's really good at the job, but I don't really care either. And then this courtier will hate me for sending him there. Probably. He wasn't in my council, and he says he is fired from this event. Works a little bit strange. Right. It was a bit strange, this event, but or at least the outcome there. Here's the third event. Personal matter. My daughter, Countess Iliana, here she is, comes forward, apprehensively escorted by her husband Bretislav, who seems in bad temper. He spouts up, my lord, Edulf is trying to seduce my wife, an affront to Rod. Affront to which Rod? I would say them. He has never liked me, I must It must be him. Alright, so Rod here is not Ileana's husband Bretislav's own Rod, but a god named Rod in this Slovianskan Pravda fate. Apparently he is angry that someone is trying to seduce Ileana, his wife. Ileana is clearly embarrassed to have this aired so publicly and can barely bring herself to meet my eyes. As long as Bretislav here keeps his rod in his pants, I'm sure we can work this out. Sorry, just amusing myself here with some really bad jokes about this Rod here. Rod Stewart. Maybe we should have a Scottish playthrough where I have a Stewart named Rod. It could be fun. I would laugh. Anyway, but here the king can say that he will not tolerate adulterers. No, that's not. Or I can investigate. Or I can say, is there no proof? No, I think I will go for this. You just put your rod back where it belongs. So that, because your rod is an affront to me. And come back if you have any proof of this. And also my daughter, she can do it. She's a countess now. She can figure this out herself. My business here is done. We held court. That is good. And with that, I think it is a good time to end this episode. In the next episode, we shall take a look at conquering a holy site from Alba, the holy site of Jorvik, or maybe we should see about the Finnish situation. Our wife here, our queen, she wants these claims of hers secured for her children, so that is something we should look into as well. And I will continue thinking about whether we should, if we should become feudal as well at some point. If you are interested in more of my stuff, consider subscribing if you haven't already. Each new subscriber encourages me to continue uploading my storytelling and role-playing Let's Plays. Thank you for watching this episode. I hope I will see you in the next, and goodbye.